Hello, welcome to another installation of TechTalk. Yes, it is Friday. We have a very special one. Mikey, why don't you give us a bit of a rundown on what's happening today?
We've got ENO Supply on board with us today, which is very exciting from the US. So we thought we'd have a bit of a Q&A and learn a bit more about ENO Supply and what you guys sort of get up to. And what about we get an intro? Who have we got?
My name is Victoria, owner of ENO Supply, and do most of the behind the scenes work within the company.
And I'm Jay. I'm the technical supervisor, so I handle all the tech questions for people that are in the field and then also run the shop for upgrades and mechanics.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Mike, I think we should have started off with a disclaimer that there were going to be some accents to get used to. You guys are a Works Plus distributor, but it doesn't sound like you're located in Australia like most of our distributors. So where are you guys located?
Yeah, we feel very lucky to be a Works Plus distributor in the US. We're located in North Carolina, so southeastern US, and distribute throughout all of North America.
How did you guys get started? Like, why Works Plus? Why concrete polishing? What is it that made you take this opportunity up?
So we've got a contracting background, so we were very familiar with grinding and Husqvarna machines and Hyperfloor system in particular, and sort of transitioned from there into distribution. I think we were looking for some solutions to problems that we kept running into, just, day-to-day issues with grinding and polishing, and seeing some of the work that's coming out of Australia, wanting to put our best foot forward with every project that we were doing. It sort of seems like all roads end up leading towards Works Plus when you're chasing quality and you're trying to put out, good work. So it was a very slow transition. I think we just started trying a few products here and there. I think, 50 specialties were probably our gateway drug for us. And then we transitioned into the TRC for grouting and GRTs and diamonds. And then a couple years after that, next thing you know, all we were running was Works Plus products. So got extremely familiar with it and really wanted to see that marketplace in the United States sort of grow. So reached out to Works a few years back and, just trying to see if there was a relationship that we could start, and got in contact with Josh and the Vanderdeens, and all sort of goes from there.
You mentioned having a workshop and that sort of thing there. And just before we started recording, you mentioned you had a big block going out today. I was looking at your website, and the first thing that you see is say hello to a 4-day week with a fantastic picture and that sort of thing. How have you finding the big blocks? Have they been taking off a little bit over there?
Yeah, I think if we're giving them to someone that's got multiple units, by the time they get one, their guys won't run a standard one. So that's been our experience. If we're dealing with a company that's got 4 or 5 machines, they get one, everyone's spoiled. No one wants to run a standard machine. So it's pretty easy once you get behind one and you can see the productivity and how smooth and balanced they are.
So I get it a little bit from what you guys said just earlier. You're not just a concrete grinding supplier, but you're also involved in concrete grinding and polishing. So tell me a little bit more about that side.
So Luxcrete is our grinding and polishing side of the company, and we are a sort of a smaller operation. We've got about 3 machines, a crew of about 3 to 5 guys, depending on the size of the project. We do mainly high-end residential and small commercial.
We started out, of course, in the grinding side, which I think was especially helpful for me getting into this, because it's a very hard industry to go in without a lot of base knowledge. So I was very grateful for that, even if I wasn't actually installing, but I think it also has the benefit of really keeping us sharp. We're able to use all of the tools first. It makes it very easy for you to do troubleshooting.
Yeah, I think it's important for us to still be out there in the field and doing the grinding. So when we're getting technical calls, we have experienced all of those things that contractor's experiencing. So we're not a huge operation. We're not out there taking work away from people that we're selling products to. We pretty much stay within Hillsborough and Chapel Hill area. So it's just us here, but we probably don't ever see that fading away, because we think it's so important to still be on the machine, sort of running and testing all of the equipment constantly, so we know where we can improve and what those pain points are for the customers.
Oh, that's awesome.
Did you do your research last night as well?
Yeah, oh, I think a little bit. Depends on how many questions you have.
Well, there was a state in America that I can't seem to understand the spelling and the pronunciation.
I think there are probably a few states that can be applicable to, but is it Arkansas?
Yeah.
That is, yeah.
Is that a French name?
I have no idea.
I'm only wondering that because it's pronounced nothing like it looks.
I reckon so.
How do you say, is it Wodonga?
That's right.
I think we could probably go round for round with names.
Definitely.
All right. I think we can
Which is-
settle this another way. Polished concrete down under versus polished concrete in America. Is there any major differences, and who does it better?
America does
I
everything
think
better.
I think you guys take better. You guys take better pictures. You've got the angles and the light right. I think in all seriousness, I think that we've got a lot of work that we need to do on our end here. I think that there's been a lot of miscommunication and a lot of wrong lessons that have been taught and just sort of convoluted messages throughout the entire process. And I think that has to do with our marketplace has got a lot more machines in it in different systems, whereas I feel like over there you guys might have, your Levinas, your PGs, and not much else. Over here I think we've got a whole fleet of just different types of machines, different tooling, so there's not really a very clear message as to how to polish. So I think that's what our main focus on is, trying to get people to continue to put out better work. Because I feel like we do see a lot of work out here that's really subpar, and it's important for us to make sure that we are communicating and training as best as we can on the Works Plus system, because it's important for the entire polishing sector to still be in business, for us to be putting out good work. I think if there's enough work that gets done out there that isn't quality, then people's perception of what polished concrete is won't be the same. So that's our sort of main, I think, goal is try to get everyone to do a little bit better work.
I think there's a little bit more of a culture of you're getting it done, you're moving on to the next thing. But I don't think there's any reason that you can't still get work done quickly, but also at a very high level.
Yeah. And I think there's a lot of amazing companies out there that are putting out fantastic work. They just might not be putting it up on social as much, And I think that it's contractors here are a little bit of an older generation, but I think that there is a new younger generation that's coming into the trades that's extremely excited and a little bit more into social media and marketing and all those things. So we'll probably see some more of that, I think, in the future. But there are there's a lot of really good work being done out there. You just got to sort of look for it. It's a big country. You look around long enough, you'll find some people putting out some good work.
So it sounds like you guys have a lot of lifting to do still.
Lot of training, yeah.
Yeah.
Lot of breaking of bad habits.
So what are some of the things that you guys, aside from having a really flash looking website, what are some of the things that you guys are doing to help change that cycle?
I think education is really key. We're not the type of company where we just want someone to find something on our website, we put it in a box, send it to them, and they never hear from us again. We really want to make sure that everybody is using these products correctly to the full potential. And Jay has really been great for that, following up education.
I think both of you have been really good for that, to be honest with you.
I've got a question. You mentioning education. Is there down the track maybe going to be some sort of a seminar, or how do you guys get your message across?
Yes, I'm glad you asked that. If you're watching this and you want a training in America, please let us know. You can DM us on social media. We are working on setting up a training for our goal is this summer. We've had a lot of people reach out about it.
Yeah, I think there's been a lot of demand for it. So I think we are looking to be doing that this summer here in the US in North Carolina. So I think keep your eyes peeled for that.
Nice.
That's exciting.
So I have one question as well. Obviously, you guys are trying to change the concrete grinding and polishing world with the great Works Plus products and your great expertise. So how have you found that's been reciprocated from the contractors you're working with on a day-to-day basis?
I think the big part is getting contractors to understand that there can be a very set system that you can have in place. You know, you can actually follow steps where it's not so much as just throwing darts at a board and hoping that whatever tool you're putting underneath the machine is going to get the job done. Each item is made and was, you know, developed to be following or to be going before that next tool. So they're all sort of in place where they need to be. And I think that's something that's very exciting for, you know, small to medium to even large size contractors to really be like, you can systemize this process. It doesn't have to be that painful. It doesn't have to be that difficult. And I think that's because all of the tools are so well developed to be following one another.
Something that I have noticed is that everyone is very excited when they get the Works Plus, their first Works Plus product, and they try it compared to some things that they've been using before. We get consistently incredible feedback, and hearing people that are very excited about the results they're getting from grinding concrete, which I think people can probably agree that it can be a little bit of a slog sometimes, that, you know, is very nice and rewarding and kind of keeps us going out there and knowing that we're doing good work and selling a good product.
Well, I've got one question. So I've seen ENO grow rapidly so fast. You know, it was just a few products, and now there's big blocks and 55T in America. Where to next for, you know, like what's the plan? What's the future look like?
The future looks very bright. You know, I mean, I think we've seen how Works has really changed the industry in Australia in a major way, and become the premier system. You did it in America, you know, once before with a different line, and I think that we're ready to try and repeat that here.
Basically, yeah, to make it the benchmark. You know, I think that's what it needs to be. It is the benchmark as far as tooling in the industry. It's getting the name recognition over here, and I think that's what we're striving for, is making sure that we're getting it in as many contractors' hands. And, you know, once you use it and once you see the results, there's really no going back.
From what I also can see, you guys are very customer focused and give really good support. How good is the feeling when you can actually, you mentioned before, when you can set someone up for success, like you said, you give someone a big block and they're having success with it on site, the satisfactory level is just so great, and that, like, it makes it so special for us people who can actually help, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's so good to get that feedback, and it's also so nice to be able to, you know, get a call when someone's having a problem and be able to have a tool that you can give them that you know you've got full confidence in, and be like, this is going to fix your problem. It does feel like solving a little bit of a puzzle, and every time we're able to help someone get out of a jam, it feels good.
Yeah. I mean, we of course like love having the really big, well-established, been polishing concrete for decades companies, but I think it is very exciting. We have a few clients that are pretty new, might have gotten their first machine and upgrade, started out their company with a big block. And I think that has been very exciting. You know, we recognize that we're younger. We started companies quite young, and that we got a lot of support from people in the industry to help us become successful. So we like to pay it forward as much as we can. And it is very exciting. And
it's just exciting to see small businesses continue to grow and be alongside them and be able to give them the support that we sort of wish that we had when we were starting in the contracting side.
Absolutely. I think that's a common feeling with all of us, the whole group. It's what we love doing. There's been so much going on. It's been wonderful to have you guys. We are really excited to see you guys in the last, how long has it been now since we started this relationship together?
It'll be 2 years, April 10th.
Wow. I can't believe how much has happened in that 2-year period. I cannot believe that the trajectory of your business and your knowledge in the industry in that 2 years. It's been really, really exciting. As you guys really enjoy helping other people, we have also really helped being involved with you guys, and also the feedback that you give to us, helping us grow too. We think that you guys are going to do, you know, big things in the market over there. I think you guys have certainly got the formula for success worked out, and we're really, really excited to see what ENO does in the United States with Works Plus. And of course, we are totally behind you all the way.
Well, thank you. It's been wonderful. I think, you know, if it's been 2 years, that means we started in April of 2020, which was, of course, a chaotic time in the world. And I think, you know, we felt like we were kind of taking a pretty big risk, but you guys have made it so that we really felt completely confident the whole time. So yeah, we're grateful to be a part of the Works Plus family.
Onward and upwards, guys. Have a wonderful evening. Have a wonderful Friday.
Okay, thank you guys so much for everything.
Thank
Great to
you.
have you joined.
Cheers, guys.
See you guys.